I'm ready.
She's ready. The hottest real estate news right now at the moment, 10K to view a property. We're going to talk more about that. What else, Nat Pat?
Oh, we got Ryan Gosling heading down under. Maybe you have to tune in to find out.
Tune in. See you guys.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Nat Pat. I said tune in to everyone, then I said see you guys. Whoops.
I know. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Well, you've
Whoopsie
done
daisy.
846 of these episodes. I think people should forgive you for one little mistake.
You think I'd get better at it, eh? Far out.
No.
Far out.
Oh, how good.
What's happening this morning?
Well, I didn't even tell you this, Mark. Guess what arrived at my place yesterday? My brand
Washing
new
machine.
washing machine.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
if anyone who doesn't know, Nat Pat was suffering from her washing machine dying, and it was supplied by her landlord. We did a story saying don't fix it, replace it, and then it magically got replaced, and it's arrived.
It's arrived. It's amazing. I'm using it today. I'm christening it, but yeah. So that's the end of that story. It took about 4 weeks, but that was.
I was about to ask. 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks. So if you're a landlord or even if you just own a washing machine, best way to do it is just replace it. It's gonna I now know from experience.
Yeah, because getting that trade out, and thank you to whoever did all your washing for you.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I do have a lovely colleague in the office who happens to be my mother, who.
There's the bag. Hide it quick.
I know it's not working. I'll just keep asking her to do my washing for me.
It's not now. Now in the news, Melissa Caddick, her property is what is for sale currently, and it's getting a lot of attention from for the real estate agent, the people that they don't want. So they've put a bit of a buffer in place. Tell us what they've done.
Yeah, so this has made like real estate news headlines, but also just like news headlines. It's a pretty good story. But so she had her former home in Dover Heights. It's a beautiful mansion. Yeah. I think they bought it for $6 million in like 2014-15. But to try and deter all the true crime junkies who want to just see the home into going to inspect it, they've put a $10K compulsory deposit down if you want to inspect the property. So it's a refundable deposit, but yeah, it's an interesting tactic. I think I'd love to hear what you think about this, Mark, as someone who's run many opens and has probably seen people who just come through the opens out of curiosity.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be a great deterrent for probably half the people you want to get rid of, which is, just walk in, walk out type of people. But I don't think it'll be, I think, there's going to be some particular journalists or whatever that will still be happy to pay that and get that back. But I reckon the agent's going to be qualifying those people as well before and during the open house. For instance, if they pop out their camera, I'd imagine they're going to get thrown out.
Yeah, I know that's another thing, because I think in one of the open homes episodes last week, we were saying like if you can film in an open home, like what the rules are around that. But I think at this one, it'll be very interesting to see if they have signs like no photos, none of this. I think there'll be some security measures in place at that property. Oh, I love this comment that Luke
there will be. And so how does that work? Does she still own the property? I wonder who actually owns the property now.
I think doesn't the government own the property now? I she doesn't see any of the money because I think all the money that this property makes repays the debt that she's left.
Got it.
Yeah, but this comment's funny by Luke. So we have a very popular property in Manly that was featured on the Manly Daily. I actually, funny enough, I went to go see it myself as someone who lives nearby, and it was very busy, open.
There was 50 groups, probably about 150 people through the property, through that one teeny weeny open house on Saturday. So it was busy, hey?
Yeah, it was crazy. And I think beautiful day on the weekend. I was down at the beaches markets and you could see the house from the beach. I think that generated a lot of curiosity. So who knows, people watching this episode, we might get more for the weekend.
No, that's it. Actually, interesting story is Melissa Caddick's house was my mate's old house.
Really?
Yeah, good friend of mine.
Oh, have you been inside the house, Mark?
Yeah, lots.
You know all the secrets. This is the big exclusive.
Yeah,
the Morning Minutes today.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's a beautiful home, and it's got lovely views. And they sold it, and we actually sold the property for them. That family as well, that used to own it. So yeah, know those guys well. But it's been, we bring it up as mates, and we move on to the next story pretty quickly. So it's a funny thing, but boy, she's got some media following her for that sale of that property. Oh my God, do you reckon she's still alive?
I don't know. I think we were sort of talking about it in the office yesterday. That'll be funny if someone rocks up to the property with a hobble and wants to pay $10,000 to see it because her foot washed up ashore. So
yeah, I don't reckon she is.
No, I think maybe if it was a toe that was rocked up on the beach, but I think a foot's pretty definitive.
It is. Now, other news this week we wanted to flash through was there was a topic that I brought up. Did you manage to find that one about people's savings?
Look, I'll share my screen because Mark shares a lot of good info on his LinkedIn. So I've got a few different graphs here that we can slide through. This is the one I found. This is for DY performance.
Nah, next one.
Hold on. Can't hear a noise.
Is that you live just then?
This?
No, did you? Oh, I thought, no, it's all right. I thought I just saw you live just then on that screen. We are live on LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah, because the old ones.
And, that's it. You're close. What's that say?
This one, average amount in savings over time.
Yeah, check this out, guys. And this is really interesting. What year does that go back to? 3 years ago?
2019, yeah.
Okay, so people are saving more than ever in their bank account. What's that number on there?
So it says just over 39,000, and it's a 75% increase from 6 months earlier, so March.
So honestly, when I find people are not confident, they save. When people are confident, they don't save. So what's happening in the marketplace, and these are historic highs, like if that's an average punter with that amount of money in their account, I think that's really interesting to see that in the news. Michael Yardley does some great stuff if you follow him. But I think that's really, really interesting to see the sentiment of people at the moment. People are saving more, banking more, even with higher interest rates around. So life can't be that bad if on average interest rates are higher and they are saving more.
Well, I think that's what he sort of said here, that like the cash rate is a big influence in this record high in savings. But yeah, check it. And it's interesting to see what happened, like, with COVID as well. You'd think there'd be a huge, like, up, but
Yeah, well, in uncertain times, people start saving, and that's a really, really good sign for insulation of an economy. It's nice to have people have a backup plan, have savings in the back pocket. The amount of money, Nat Pat, that people have saved, I was quite shocked with.
yeah, 39. It says 39,439 in savings.
Average. That's a big number. A lot more than I ever thought.
Oh my gosh, that's like.
Can I share something with everyone today that I'm a bit of a sicko about?
We're all waiting.
It's going to offend some people, and some people are going to agree with me. I love walking past an ATM machine and looking at other people's receipts.
I can get that though.
I could stand there for 5 minutes trying to pull them out of the hole and picking them up off the ground, going 1,500, 25,000. What is that?
It's like when you go to a restaurant and you look around to see what other people have ordered. I think it's interesting to look into other people's lives for a little bit and see how you compare.
That's like trolley perving at Costco.
Yes, or even at Coles.
Yeah. People trolley perv. They sort of look over at what you got in the trolley, and then they look at you, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
It's like people watching. There's this one pub in Manly, and I always go to it because it's got a really good balcony, and you can just watch people in the Corso, and you just watch. I feel like it's a human nature thing. It's just there's something about watching other people and seeing what's going on in their lives. I think it's just something. I'm sure there's psychology behind it, but.
Well, there's like some animal instinct, or you're right.
Yeah.
There's something about it, but yeah.
It's like
all right. So this morning we covered Melissa Caddick's home, talking about the $10,000 entry fee as an expression of interest deposit. We talked about people saving amidst home loan interest rates going up, and the average Australian saving is at an all-time high. What else we've got to talk about?
Well, one of the biggest real estate stories from this week is that the federal government brought forward the start date for a government scheme for regional first home buyers. So this was a scheme that was meant to start January 1st next year. They've brought it forward to October 1st, and it allows first home buyers in regional Australia, I thought it was New South Wales, but Australia, to just have a 5% deposit, and the government will cover the rest of that remaining 20.
Why would the government do that?
Well, we were sort of talking off air about like trends after COVID, and I think you sort of hit it on the head, like about what people are looking for after COVID, because there was this huge spike in people moving to regional Australia. Ooh. But yeah, I think they might be trying to get people out there with supply. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what anyone watching thinks about this and the timing of it and why they've brought it forward. But that's sort of what I imagine.
Yeah, because Michelle's from regional, a real estate agent. She's saying we've already had a great inquiry regarding the 5% scheme. That's incredible. It switched on that quick. But I think why would a government like to entice people to leave Metro Sydney and to go to regional Sydney? I think infrastructure-wise, it's cheaper. The government's actually already got infrastructure, fairly good infrastructure across regional Australia. And I think the metro infrastructure, i.e. traffic, hospitals, schools, is sometimes choking in some areas. So the more way you can push people out, it's less infrastructure the government has to build. And I also think that affordability in Sydney is going out of control for renters. and affordability can be achieved if less people want to move in the desired areas of Sydney.
Yeah.
So I think that's really going to help. That's really going to help those guys.
No,
So
I think
yeah, very interesting.
yeah. And then the final story before we wrap up is just Ryan Gosling is going to be staying in Sydney. He's filming a movie here with who?
Who's
With
Ryan Gosling?
Who's Ryan Gosling? No, I don't see the hype, honestly. I'd much prefer a Hemsworth or a Keanu Reeves.
Hey, my daughter and her two friends got selfies with Chris Hemsworth 2 nights ago.
Stop, where? I'm going.
Ryan Gos.
Ryan.
Yeah. They were like, I've never seen squealing done like that in my life. Oh, that's Ryan Gosling. Here he is. Okay, this is Ryan Gosling. You see that?
Yeah, that's Ryan Gosling. The one he's playing Ken in the new Barbie movie. Which is very
So
funny.
do you rate him?
No, I think he's overrated. But honestly, who am I to talk?
Yeah. But he's in some phenomenal movies.
Yeah, so he's in The Notebook. He's in La La Land. He's
La La
in
Land, yeah.
Yeah, La La Land was the big one. But so he's going to be filming a movie with Emily Blunt, I believe, in Sydney. And there's rumors that he's going to be trying to find a place in Sydney to stay. But who knows? It could be rural Sydney. It could be the CBD. But just, yeah, I'd keep an eye out for Mr. Gosling because real estate news.
Wow. Real estate news. Well, that's some quality news today. Some trashy, some highly qualified. But that's the news for the week that we've seen.
Yeah. So some interesting stories today. But yeah, I hope that's sort of enlightened everyone on their Wednesday. But yeah.
Yep. I didn't know about that 5% one for regional, so it certainly enlightened me.
Yeah, that sort of came out of nowhere. But so from October 1st, so this Saturday, start your inquiries.
Incredible. And I guess that's from exchanging onwards. So if you're exchanging a contract from the 1st of October onwards, it's valid. Massive.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Nat Pat.
Thanks, Mark Novak.
Have a great day. Everyone, have an awesome day, and it's a long weekend coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See you later. Bye-bye.
See ya.